Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of year. WrestleMania is just 1 week away. So in this video, I'll bring to you my WrestleMania 41 Night 1 predictions, and stay tuned for my next video where I'll bring to you my full WrestleMania Night 2 predictions. But let's kick things off with the opening match for WrestleMania 41 Night 1. To open the show, we're going to see the World Heavyweight Championship on the line, where Gunther will defend his title against the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble winner, Jey Uso. At this point in time for Jey Uso, it is a now or never moment. He must win this World Heavyweight Championship, because if he doesn't, the downfall of Jey Uso, it might be true. A lot of doubt has been setting in the mind of Jey Uso across the past couple weeks. Even his brother Jimmy Uso has been doubting him, but you know what? I think Jey Uso's got this. Jey Uso's got to believe. After his promo he did on Raw just a couple weeks ago, I strongly believe that he knows that he can win this matchup. Gunther should be worried. I think everyone in the WWE universe should be worried, because we're going to see if Jey Uso has what it takes to become the new World Heavyweight Champion. So for me, it's going to be Jey Uso that walks out as the new World Heavyweight Champion to open the show. Yeet. Next up, we got a bit of a friendship battle on the line, where Jade Cargill will get her opportunity at Naomi in singles action. I didn't really think that we were going to get to this matchup, but you know what? It all makes sense now. Naomi came clear that it was her that put Jade Cargill through the windscreen of that car, and that caused a lot. This caused Naomi to become and take Jade Cargill's spot as the Women's Tag Team Champion. At Elimination Chamber, things went south for Naomi. Jade Cargill came back, and now we lead to this matchup. Naomi confessed to Bianca Belair on SmackDown that it really was her, and that she just tried to save Bianca Belair. So you know what? This match could go either way, but I do think that Jade Cargill is going to be the stronger woman on the night, and Jade Cargill for me will defeat Naomi. Next up, the World Tag Team Championships will be on the line. Representing Monday Night Raw, the War Raiders, Eric and Ivar, will come across against Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston of the New Day. This just could be a do or die match for Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. This could be their last chance at having a crack at the World Tag Team Championships, because you know what? The War Raiders are doing pretty semi-decent as the World Tag Team Champions at the moment, and for the New Day in their heel run, maybe they do win the Tag Team Championships. Maybe they do become the first ever heel New Day to hold the titles. But you know what? Eric and Ivar, they've had a really hard comeback with their necks, and both being out and injured, careers potentially on the line. So you know what? Just for that, I think the War Raiders could have the chance at retaining the titles against the New Day at WrestleMania. And now we get a clash of the Luchadors, where El Grande Americano will get his opportunity at debuting on WrestleMania against a WWE legend and Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio. Tension has been building the past few weeks between Rey Mysterio and El Grande Americano, particularly between American Made and LWO, which I do think that both those teams could have an impact on this matchup. But you know what? We could even see the unmasking of El Grande Americano. Most might be surprised. I personally think it's Chad Gable underneath that mask. We don't know. But for me, I think it's going to be pretty obvious that I'm hoping that Rey Mysterio can walk out of this match and defeat El Grande Americano. And now for another highly anticipated match, we're going to see LA Knight defend his United States Championship against the Samoan Werewolf, Jacob Fatu. Now this is a big match for Jacob Fatu. He's been working his butt off and absolutely doing everything since making his debut in the WWE itself, and now he gets to make his debut at WrestleMania and for the United States Championship. So I do think that Jacob Fatu is every single chance of becoming the new United States Champion. LA Knight is having a pretty good run in his second title reign, but now we get this matchup. This is going to be two absolute megastars. They're going to put on an absolute show, and I do think that Jacob Fatu will walk out as the new United States Champion, setting up a feud down the line where potentially he runs out of the bloodline, and then we see that set up between Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa maybe somewhere down the line. So for me, it's going to be Jacob Fatu as the new United States Champion. Now, pre-main event, we're going to see the WWE Women's Championship on the line, where the Women's 2025 Royal Rumble winner Charlotte Flair will be making her WrestleMania return, coming up against the current champion, Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton has a lot to prove in this matchup. She stood by Nia Jax's side for a very long time, and she had a lot of times as she came very, very close to cashing in that championship. When she did so, she shocked the world. And now, when we knew that Charlotte Flair was coming back, we thought, well, all hands point to the WrestleMania sign, and you know what? This is going to be a really good match. We got the Queen herself, we got the glamorous Tiffany Stratton. This match could go really, really either way, but I think Tiffany Stratton has a point to prove. I think that she is capable of defeating the Queen and showing that she is the now of the WWE. So for me, Tiffany Stratton will retain the title in a just winning match. And now time for your WrestleMania Night 1 main event in a triple threat action-packed match between Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, and CM Punk. Now for Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, the last time they were in a triple threat match was Battleground 2016, where Dean Ambrose was the current WWE champion. That match was absolutely insane. That was the year Dean Ambrose cashed in and won the WWE Championship at Money in the Bank. And now for Roman Reigns, he's about to make history walking out in his 10th WrestleMania main event, this time without the WWE Championship after losing to Cody Rhodes last year. And also making history will be CM Punk walking out in his first ever WrestleMania main event with Paul Heyman by his side. And for Seth Rollins, he's just lucky enough to be in the mix fighting against his former best friend Roman Reigns and a real current rival between CM Punk. This is a really big built-up match because, as we know, when the Shield made their debut in the WWE, CM Punk was there. He was like the enforcer of the Shield. The wise man has turned on Roman Reigns, and now he gets to walk by his best friend walking down that ramp at WrestleMania 41. And you know what? I think that Seth Rollins does have a point. Paul Heyman is getting too much in the mix of this matchup, and I do think that that could lead to Seth Rollins walking out as the winner of this matchup and continuing a feud between Roman Reigns and CM Punk. So for me, I do really think that Seth Rollins will be the winner of this triple threat match. So there we go. That is WrestleMania Night 1 done and dusted for my predictions. Make sure to stay tuned for part 2 for my WrestleMania Night 2 predictions.